Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please like and subscribe if you like the video and leave me a comment. I'll read all the comments. Today I come to you with no script, as any other photographer, just talking to you about COVID-19 and how to stay in business. It's 2021, January actually, when I'm filming this video right now. And we're still during a pandemic, and there's a lot of places where they're still in lockdowns. Thankfully, where I am, we have never been actually in full lockdown. But it's something that I feel that is not spoke anywhere. Like, I look for videos on YouTube sometimes during all this chaos to see if I could refocus myself. And it was a little bit hard to actually find any videos that actually gave you any actual tips. So I'm just gonna talk to you about what I have been doing. It doesn't mean it's the best, don't come for me, but this is how it's been working for me. So the first thing I think that I had to do to stay focused during all this pandemic, and the first thing I actually did is I put myself on my community shoes, and I decided to do something that would impact my community and how I could help others. Because to be honest with you, when I opened my business, my main goal was actually to help people, and through what I do, through photography, and not so much focus on money and stuff, because that comes along. I really believe that if you give, you will receive. So the first thing I did was created a group for my community, and you probably heard about this a lot, and I heard a lot of photographers say, I don't like it, it's horrible. No, I don't know. This is just me, but I felt that giving back to my community and listening to the struggles they're going through was really important in the moment that the pandemic hit. So what I did is, yes, I did the digging through a window. That's the city where I live, and so people contacted me, and I would go and just take a picture through their window or on their patio or outdoor of their family. And you might be like, how does that help the community? Well, it helped the community to stay positive, to stay united, and seeing what people was going through and the stories I got. Even though we were keeping 6 feet away, a lot of them sent me their stories, or they share with me, and it impact a lot. And if I could help them in any way, that's what I focused. And so I'm gonna leave you some pictures here of what I took so that you can see what it looked like. That's how I stayed focused when everything started. Yes, business slowed down a lot because nobody knew what was going on, but I kept positive and I kept trying to see ways that I could help people. So let's move to the next point of what I did. I knew immediately that everything was gonna move online, because obviously if you can't see people, you're gonna move online. So yes, I started offering options of digital images, backdrops and stuff, and so there's a lot of ways that you can create those, and I offer those to my clients. When Valentine's Day hit, when a lot of things, even though we were not close and I was still working on some of the months, it wasn't like the work that I had planned, even though I am surprised, and 2020 was amazing for my business, but I moved everything online. I also created a mentorship online so that I could guide other people, because I focus a lot on the positive and the ways that together we can stay focused and that we can create things. And then time went by and we were back in business more normally. And yes, I wore a mask and I still wear my mask, and in reality, nothing changed of how I disinfect my studio, because I always disinfect the studio. So I make sure to clean everything I use, to use Lysol for the things that I can't wash my hands, have hand sanitizer and all of that stuff. I always do that. Did that before the pandemic, but now I did it even more. But also to stay showing my community what I was doing to protect them. I created videos on Insta Story and yes, on Facebook, and I was showing my community what I was doing to protect them. Also, I tried to space the newborn sessions, so I was doing every 48 hours instead of doing, one behind the other one, because newborns were my main concern, and they still are. So that's how I kept working. And I know a lot of you are in lockdown and that you still can't work and can't do physical things. I've seen a lot of other photographers in other places, not here, like I said, because it's open, but creating mini sessions where they could stay 6 feet away. Well, that's exactly what I did. I offer family sessions and all the sessions I always do, but I took my 72 to 200 millimeter lens, which is my favorite lens anyway, and I stayed away, and I talked to them before I prepared them. I told them, you know what, we're gonna keep away so I don't have to touch you, and this way we can be safe. So I always direct people on what to do. I like lifestyle sessions, although I do always have post photos for them too, but for the main part, I can direct them and tell them what they need to do so that I don't need to touch them, and I kept that way. The other thing is, like I said, I think the main thing I did, it was keep working, find ways to keep working, and stay ahead of the trend, stay ahead of the things that were happening, because if you just concentrate on the negative and looking at the sad thing around it, your business is gonna come down. But if you stay positive and focus on other things, other ways to market, plan for ahead, that's why I feel that you can have a great business. So in 2021, I created a different plan that I did last year, because I do have hope that this year is gonna be even more amazing when it comes to people itself, and that we're gonna have no more COVID, hopefully. That's my hope. But so I'm focusing even more this year on marketing more my business. But last year I felt that because of COVID, I was like putting a lot of stress on myself, trying to stay put and trying to work, which I did, and had a great year, like I said again. But I feel that this year I have to give a little bit of credit to myself and slow down and see other ways that I can grow and help the community. So this year, I think one of my biggest ideas is to focus more on showing other people, help other entrepreneurs. And so I'm creating, for example, right now, a class that I'm going to be offering completely online for entrepreneurs and for small businesses, and focus on helping them to grow through photography and how they can create a better social media presence. And so I always hear everywhere, like, create content and do this and do that, and I was one of those people doing everything that I heard because I just wanted everything out. So now that I tested everything, and I feel like you should test as much as you can of everything you hear and that you feel that it will benefit your business. Now I know what actually worked for my business and what I can set ground on and keep working from that. I really hope that you have a great year, and that this year is much better than last year. For a lot of people that this year wasn't great. I feel super blessed to be in North Dakota, just for the sake that we really didn't close businesses. But I feel like this needed to be said, that not everything was as wonderful as everybody on YouTube or everywhere else makes it look. And a lot of people felt super sad that their businesses were closing and that they didn't know what else to do. A lot of people are saying, and when I say a lot of people, is I'm in a lot of groups of photographers, and I see what's going on around. I pay a lot of attention. I feel that if you stay positive and if you look to help the community, that's the key to grow. That's the key, because when you give, then you will receive. And if you give, not just because you're waiting to receive, because that's not the way to give, but if you give out of your heart, if you can help somebody or someone or something out of your heart, then you will not only learn a lot from that experience, but you will also get back, because that's how it always works. So stay focused, help your community, stay positive. And those days that you feel that, you know what, I just can't anymore, just keep going. Find a friend or somebody that it's positive and that will help you, will tell you to keep going, and just don't give up, because business, that's how business is. And when I teach business, that I usually do have a class at the prison to teach, where I teach business, I always tell them that the business graph is not like this, like we see everywhere. The business graph goes like this. We're going to have up and downs all the time, and it's going to be hard sometimes. But the thing is, if you do what you love and you actually put all your passion and everything you have into it, you will succeed. The problem is when you stop, or when you try, well, I tried this and now I'm going to try something different because this doesn't work. Then that's not your passion. So I hope this helped you in any way, and if you like this video or if you have any comments, please leave it below. Be nice. We all have different opinions, and that's okay. We all went through this pandemic in a different way. I hope that we can come out of it united and better people. And thank you, and stay tuned for next week's video.